Okay, now we're going to go over how to remove the upper shroud to get into the components inside the machine. The first thing you want to do is remove 3 screws from the back of the unit here. This lower screw is what holds your exhaust manifold into place. So you want to remove that screw, and then the other 2 screws are for the switch plate. And now you want to remove the switch plate and unplug it. Next thing is to remove the exhaust manifold.
It's not going to come out unless we loosen it up from the bottom.
Okay, go ahead. You can flip the machine upside down and use the base to hold it. And then with this 5/16 nut driver, go ahead and remove the screws that are holding the main motor plate to the upper shroud. Now you've loosened up the base a little bit. Once you loosen up the base, the next thing is to remove the exhaust manifold. Now sometimes you got to play with a little bit to get it to line up just right, to get that manifold out of the hole.
I should really shake this down better.
Shake it back and forth. Just shake it out, and there. Now we've removed the exhaust manifold. Now you can tip the machine over, set it back into the base unit to go ahead and remove the upper shroud. Now you have clear view of all of your components to replace a vac motor, to service your pump further. If your pump is still not working properly, you want to check the hose gasket right here and maybe replace that hose gasket. If the hose gasket has gone bad, it'll be sucking air into your pump, which can cause it to not work properly. So if you have bubbles in your water coming out as the pump is pumping, it's either the hose gasket is bad right here, or your pump head just could be worn out. But this is how you get into your main components, which are your 2 vac motors and your empty pump. They're right here for you to work on. Easy access. To put your machine back together, leave it in the base unit and go ahead and let's get that top shroud back on there. Make sure you put the shroud on the front, facing the front. You got to wiggle it around to fit it on over the components. Once you have it on there, you can lift it off, flip it upside down, so now you can get to your bottom nuts once again. Once you've reattached all your screws, go ahead and flip it back around and put it back onto the base unit. And now we can reinsert your exhaust manifold. Put that screw in that holds the exhaust manifold in place. and replace your switch plate, which is a simple plug it in and unplug it modular system for easy maintenance. Tuck your wires in. And reattach your switch plate. And you're ready to go. Now we have this little side window here that you can look in the window to make sure that your empty screen, the empty screen is resting at the very base of the tank. If it gets caught up here somewhere, caught in the top, then your pump is going to run dry and it's going to mess up your impeller. So always make sure that your empty pump screen, look in this window and see that your screen is at the very base of the tank so it can suck out all the water.